Yo, welcome to Down South Football Podcast, man. We in the building. We want to talk about what we got going on with these CFP rankings and everything. Hold on, who? Somebody got something playing in the background.
I think it might be my TV. My fault, y'all.
Oh, you good? You good? You good?
You good?
Hey, y'all already see nephew in the building, man. You see, we got Damian Mitchell up in here from Jocks 94.5. He's taking Tuck place tonight, I guess, because Tuck is a little bit busy. Hey, bro, you got that good sound equipment, so it pick up everything.
I know, man. That's that Maction, man. My fault.
We got our main man, DJ Double Dose, 6,000 names. Lee Corso, I can't take nothing from it. What else? What am I living out? But anyway, his name is Ben Dennis. Ben, what's up with you, man?
What's up with you, brother? How's everything going, man? How everything going, man? Still in classic recovery mode, man. It was a lot to take in from classic. Still in classic recovery mode, man. But I'm all right now. I done went to work 2 days, so I should be all right. By day 3, I should be all right.
I told you, boy, you give too much information. Hey, and also we got the Cool Con Collector, that DL Gardner 205. Got the black on. Got the black on today, Mr. David Gardner. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man. Everything's good, man. It's outstanding over here, man. You know, just I've recovered from classic, so I'm good.
Yeah, Ben did a little bit extra. We up in here, man. We want everybody that's on YouTube, man, please comment. And anybody that's in any kind of chat, because some of y'all just be lurking. Say something in the chat, man. Let us know you here. But we here for one big reason about what happened about an hour ago. Really about 2 hours ago now. So let's just go ahead and start talking about it, man. Hold on. I got.
If y'all didn't see the show last night, go back and watch it, man. You'll find out who the people's champ is. I'm for the people, man. I'm for the people.
Yeah, it was a good show last night when we talked about the Harrison situation and everything. But man, let's go ahead and just pull it up. Go ahead and get it done. See what we got here. Boom. We got number 1, Tennessee, as expected for a lot of people. Number 2, Ohio State. A little bit controversial. Number 3, Georgia. I don't think a lot of people are expecting that, but guess what? It's the first ranking. And but in the top 4, the big 4, it got to be Clemson. Going there, Michigan at 5, Bama at 6, TCU at 7, Oregon at 8, USC at 9, and LSU at 10. That's your top 10. Before I go on, Dave, what's your initial impressions?
What do you really do with Clemson? I know they're undefeated. I just don't believe in them. I believe that this is just my belief.
Ding
I
dong.
believe that Michigan is playing better ball right now.
Exactly.
Than Clemson. So that's my one takeaway from this. That's the first thing kind of jumps out at me.
Right. Damian, what about you, sir?
Yeah, it's Clemson. It's Clemson being in there and not Michigan. That's the first thing that pops up. And to me, I would put Georgia above Ohio State. I think Ohio State deserves to be in for sure. But I would have had them right behind. I would have had Ohio State right behind Georgia. And Tennessee being number 1 team. I tried to tell folks at the beginning of the season that this Tennessee team can mess around here and win 10 games. Now look at them sitting here at number 1 in the nation. I mean, I ain't going to toot my own horn, but
But you tooting.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to toot that thing. Hey, just nice little beat.
I feel you. Ben, what about you? What's your first initial impressions from the top 10?
I don't understand the outrage behind Clemson. And I hate to be the ACC guy, but I'm going to be the ACC guy on the show. You look at the past few years, the way the ACC has looked, and they have not had 5 teams ranked in the college football playoff. I mean, maybe somebody may dig something up and say there was a time where we had 5, but this is the most ACC teams I've seen ranked in the top 25 in the first initial college playoff. And you look at 3 of those 5 teams, Clemson has beat. They beat Syracuse. Now, somebody might say Syracuse was a fraud, but they beat Wake and they beat NC State while they still had their quarterback. So I don't understand the outrage behind Clemson. That's just me. I think that Clemson's resume with who they have beat is a little bit better than Michigan's. Michigan's best win is this past week against Penn State. Outside of that, we talked about Michigan being undefeated until they face Ohio State, and that was because we looked at their schedule and was like, look, outside of Penn State, they ain't really finna deal with nobody. Maybe Iowa may give them a scare, but outside of those two teams, they should be undefeated going into Ohio State. So that's just me. Not trying to be the ACC guy, but
that's probably that's probably like one of the first valid points you probably made in the last 3 years. I mean,
I gave out the fine. I kind of been my P's and Q's this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Good job.
Let me respond to that first.
Okay.
The thing that we missing in all this is that this whole thing is about different metrics. It's not about, oh, they beat this team right here. We talking strength of schedule. We talking about all this other type of stuff that they use for their determination. And then when it gets down to that, of course, head to head as we get later on in the season. The thing that killed Michigan is their strength of schedule. It's their non-conference strength of schedule.
That non-con is terrible.
That doesn't mean I 100% agree with Clemson where they are, but it's also like taking the lesser of two evils. Like, okay, strength of schedule, you got to give it to Clemson just a little bit because of what they did out of conference. Even though their out of conference ain't great, but Michigan has never been great out of conference. I mean, they play the Little Sisters of the Poor every year, and they're pretty much done with it.
And make no bones about it.
And make no bones about it. Like, you either deal with this or you don't deal with this. So it's like,
to your
I see
point
what you're saying.
I was going to ask you one quick on that. Outside of the year they played Bama early, have they played another significant opponent?
Who?
Michigan? Early? Michigan.
I don't know. I just know I just remember what they played.
I don't understand. It's been a minute since they actually played an opponent worth a damn non-con like that.
But all that, man, is with the first ranking. Like, okay, cool. I can see people tripping about Georgia, but this is why it's important to watch the show. The CFP. I guess you want to call him commissioner, the person that's over it or whatever, basically said that there was out of the 13 people, it was divided between Ohio State, Georgia, and who I'm leaving off. Ohio State, Georgia, and
Clemson.
No, it went Clemson.
Was Tennessee?
Thank you, Dave. For Ohio State, Georgia, and Tennessee, like the votes were really split about which way they were gonna go, and they started looking at the metrics and all that. So out of those three, I kind of look at it 1A, 1B, 1C. And then it's like somebody had to be put in third, and Georgia fans are not happy. I don't know why they so worried about it. You play the number one team in the nation this week.
Saturday.
Right.
and if everything goes the way it goes, you're probably going to end up facing what? They got LSU 10, and you got Bama at 6. So you're going to end up facing one of them in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, there ain't no point in y'all be. You truly control your own. I mean,
that's if.
Mad about.
If they win.
If they win Saturday.
If they win Saturday. And not having Nolan Smith
is big.
And then having A.D. Mitchell still not being healthy.
Yes. I'm telling you right now.
I'm not looking at that, dog. You posted it and people are not.
I'm telling you.
They're not looking at that.
Not having Nolan is a big deal. I mean, I know they got boys. I know they got dogs. I know they got great on recruit.
You just don't have you ain't got no Nolan Smith just on your bench. Like, you just can't replace everything that he's been able to do.
Right. And they got some dogs on defense.
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention Jalen Carter is still not 100%. That's what we call Jordan Davis 2.0. He's all gaps 2.0. Like he really can be all gaps 2.0, like for real. Like, and is anybody really, I mean, I know we can dig into it if we want to, but is anybody really sold on Georgia's secondary? Have they been tested? And I'm saying that, and I'm the reason exactly. It was the reason why I'm bringing that up. The reason why I'm bringing that up is like, we done seen what Tennessee finna do. We know what they finna do. So now you missing Nolan. What's the name is not 100% healthy. Has they secondary been tested to this magnitude? That's a lot. I don't know, but I'm just hold on. I don't know, but I was looking at some of the comments and going back up. I know one of them was about, is there any way a Pac-12 team can go to the playoffs?
Oregon still got.
I mean, they gotta win out. They gotta win out, and they're gonna need a little bit. They're gonna need a little bit of help. I think TCU is gonna have to slip up in order to ease their path into it. And to me, I understand the hesitancy on TCU, but why are we punishing in the same? It's kind of in the same boat with Clemson. I don't think we should necessarily punish teams for how they win. They're winning ball games. Like, I get it, they've been down, but isn't that the true test of a team, is overcoming that adversity? And I mean, they've pretty much handled everybody else, but I think it's initially that they find themselves down. And it's granted, they've been down to pretty damn good teams, and they still found a way to overcome and win. So like, it's puzzling to me that they're behind Alabama. I thought they at least they would be in the 6th spot. And granted, I understand people, we always gonna look through the crimson color glasses before we assess anything.
The fan shade glasses.
Right. But to me, I think TCU should have been above Alabama. And also in the same breath with Clemson, I get what you're saying, Ben, when you look at the resume and you look at the strength of schedule, it all shakes out. But to me, I think the eye test needs to hold more weight. Can we definitively look at Clemson and say they're better than Michigan right now? And right now, if I took them head to head, I would take Michigan.
That's what I was going to ask you. If you looking at it right now, head to head. But let me ask you. I'm gonna answer the question. What Michigan does best fits into what Clemson defense does best. Michigan is a running team, and Clemson. We can say whatever we want to say about DJU. We can talk about the receivers. We can talk about all that about the offense. But the one thing nobody has questioned is Clemson's defense, especially now that they're back healthy. And if you was to line them up on the neutral site right now, because of what Michigan does best, I would lean more toward Clemson, only because I know that they will be able to bottle up the run.
You can't say bottle up the run.
I would say bottle, not Blake Corum.
I would say bottom. Not with Blake Corum and those behemoths they got up front moving. I know who Clemson got up front. I know they got Miles Murphy. I know everybody got up front, but I'm not gonna say I ain't gonna say bottle up. That's a strong thing considering they just got ran on by Syracuse.
You heard.
I mean, I know what you're saying. They strong. They strong. I'm with you, bro. They strong.
But you was on the road.
But Michigan,
you was on the road. I gotta jump out the car with you. I can't stay in the car with you. I'm going. I got the car.
Come on, man. You got to stay in the car. Come on. Stay in the car. Stay in the car.
But on the real deal,
defense. Now, DJU, that's a whole nother universal mystery in his own self, right? I am not going there by DJU. I'm just going to talk about the defense.
I'm holding my Clemson, just holding it for right now, and even Michigan too. Like Michigan's like they know what the test is going to be. You know, we already know what we moving towards. You know, when it comes to that nation, but Oregon got to keep winning. Definitely. TCU got to keep winning. We got some elimination games coming up. You're gonna be knocking some people down. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, Tennessee, Georgia,
right?
Bama, LSU, and then coming up in a couple of weeks. Let me see. Like, Oregon still got a lot of strong games.
Don't sleep on Bama, Ole Miss, man.
No, and you can't, and you just can't. You can't sleep on none of it right now. And I think
you got Ohio State and Michigan. That's at the end of the year.
Right. Like, I mean, it's one of those things. Like, what? Let's bring it back up for a second, so we can look at it again.
Right, get a bigger picture.
Please,
we get a bigger picture. Okay, cool.
And the way things looking, Clemson gonna end up facing North Carolina in the ACC title game, because we all know that Miami has dropped the ball yet again. But go ahead, Knock.
No, you fine, bro. I'm like, you just brought up Miami. You know, you in Miami. I swear for God.
I had to throw it in. I'm sorry.
Okay, so when you look at this top 10, you go top 15. Do you see, Oregon still got to play UCLA? You understand what I'm saying? Like TCU, I mean, it's quiet as it kept. I love what Sonny Dykes does on offense. Great offensive scheme. Got to, but at the same time, who they got left in the Big 12 that they got to play coming up? Like, who is a strong? Who's the person? Who's the team that you say, okay, I can see them possibly losing that matchup?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put the rest of the schedule. But we also got to think about who they would face in the Big 12 title game.
Exactly. So okay, you take Ole Miss. You got Ole Miss right there. You got LSU right there. You gonna get a elimination at some point. then the question going to be, of course, we already talked about Ohio State is going to be against Michigan. And, we got Tennessee, Georgia this week.
Mm-hmm.
So basically you're basically making the way for Clemson to move unless somebody in the ACC, who does Clemson have left in the ACC?
Not nobody. They threw the tough part. Unless Notre Dame put a rabbit out of their ass this week, they pretty much
that's an interesting game.
They got Notre Dame and then they got Miami, but outside of that, I can't. There's no other questionable. And like I said, the way things looking, they're probably going to face North Carolina in the ACC title game.
But see, I'm gonna tell you why I think that's why I'm not gonna say nobody with Clemson, because that quarterback situation is not settled. No, and that Clemson for a minute. And it's like, with that not being settled, man, that's a big thing with them. Like you say, the Clemson name, but you're not getting the Clemson that you usually get on the offensive side. Shipley is who he is, but it's like, what am I talking about? Like, and this ain't nothing against DJ. This ain't nothing against the freshman. I'm just saying, like, consistency. Like, what are we going to get from them moving forward? Do you see them having a possible slip up? Possible, just because of who they are as a team. That's not a hate. I'm just being honest.
The only slip up I could see would be if when they face North Carolina in the title game. That's the only one I could see, realistically.
I think. Maybe, you know what? Let's find out what the spread is this week with this Clemson game. I mean, Clemson.
How about TCU does still have Texas left?
Who does Clemson play this week?
Notre Dame.
Where's the game played at?
I'm not sure. I will say. I think it's
safe to say it's in Notre Dame.
I think it is in.
Yeah, because it's on
South Bend.
Right now.
And who did Clemson play last week?
They was off.
Okay, thank God, because they would drop them.
Because they did what day?
I'm just saying, I made the point last week, when we were picking games and we was talking about who was it that got beat? Was it who Notre Dame beat last week?
Syracuse.
And I made the point of how Syracuse got up to play Clemson. It was on that emotional high. I mean, they really had that game won, but then they turned around and had to go on the road after that. Could they get back to that place again mentally?
Yeah, Clemson.
They kind of got ran.
And yes, the Notre Dame game is in South Bend.
Yeah, Clemson is 3.5. Like Aaron said, yeah, Clemson is 3.5. That's basically that ain't much. That ain't much. And I like, y'all heard me talk about Drake May last week. And when it comes to him, his 300-yard games, what he's doing, everything he got going on. I just think that where we are this year, I don't think we can say anything definitive right now. Not even with Damon's Tennessee, not even with anybody, but it's like, what can we? That's why I think every week right now from here on out is just important. We walked through years where we thought the top four was going to be big,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't see it that way.
Well, let me pose you this question, Bernard. Since we love to talk, it's the first week we love to talk controversy. Do you think there's an opportunity for 3 SEC teams to make it?
No, because I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say, but
I would literally. I'm telling you, if 3 SEC teams was to make this college football playoff, I'm literally leaving the show. I'm going solo. I'm never ever talking Power 5 football.
There's really a weird kind of dark path.
I'm literally I'm gonna pull the Flash off of on 5 Heartbeats.
I'm waiting.
I'm going solo.
because Dave, it ain't really a hard path. Think about it.
It's really right there. It's right there.
Georgia beat Tennessee,
that's your
right?
second valid point in 3. You know what? I'm back.
It ain't that far-fetched. If Georgia beats Tennessee and they win out, so they sit in the clubhouse. Now you got Georgia undefeated against one-loss Bama. Bama beats Georgia, gives them their one loss. So now you literally have 3 SEC teams sitting there with one loss. Like it ain't that hard to come with this path. It's really not that hard. It's really right in our face, actually.
But really, if Dave is correct, then there's no way. And what I mean by that, Dave's predictions of what he said about certain teams, I'm not going to repeat it on here. Y'all either got to go back and watch other shows or tune in. That he said about other teams that he predicted 2 losses for certain teams. And also, it's a weird year.
Weird ass year, man. It's a weird year, bro. It's a weird ass year, man.
I love it. I love the parents.
I've never been on that path, but I'm like, this is one of them times where this mess could really happen.
It won't happen. All this that we talk about will be about 8 o'clock, about 9 o'clock Saturday night. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well, I ain't saying nothing. I'm quiet. I'm quiet. Damon, go ahead, because I know you want to let it go.
No, I mean, I'm trying to think of the scenarios out loud, but it would have to be a lot of help from a lot of places. That means TCU would probably have to lose one. Mm-hmm. I mean, Clemson,
which ain't far-fetched.
True. And I mean, Michigan, Ohio State, then it starts being, they can't lose a game outside of each other. Like they would have to, they couldn't lose outside of each other.
We got to get the controversy going.
Yeah. And then the Pac-12, like there would have to be a bunch of things.
We just getting ready for the 12.
That's it.
Y'all didn't know y'all was going.
That's it.
In case y'all didn't know it was coming. Told y'all 2 years ago the 12 was coming.
What kicked all this whole shit off? We had 2 SEC teams playing in the title game, and everybody's sitting around like, this got to stop. This got to stop.
We got the 12. But let's be realistic though. Being realistic though, we do this every first ranking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like we do this every first ranking about all the scenario. Damon lived his life from like 6 to 10 every morning. But I'm just saying he already know, but it's like you're gonna get that scenario. But you got to look at all the teams that's in contention. TCU, whether it's Oregon, Michigan, Bama. Michigan and Ohio State gonna play each other if they do it. All that kind of stuff like that. So it's a lot still to get in there. But these teams in front got to take care of business first.
Got to.
And while y'all taking care of business, man, we need y'all to go to DSLpodcast.com.
Hey.
And then, hey, we got everything sitting there for you, man. Any kind of shirt you want. We got all kind of colors. We got all kind of hoodies, all that kind of stuff like that, man. We got the nice hat up in there. And Aaron, before you say it,
shot glasses.
The shot glasses are coming.
Hey.
Okay. All right. So, hey, make sure y'all do that, man. Subscribe on YouTube. Y'all see everything down below if you just like to support. So they coming. So just want to say calm down. But hey, DSLpodcast.com. Boom. Appreciate that. Uh-oh, Dave.
What we got?
So you like Dave's shirt?
Exactly what I told you. I'm about to get one too, Aaron. I'm telling you.
Dave can show it off now.
Now it's for sale. It was a 1-on-1 for a while.
It was a 1-on-1 for a while.
Hey, that's a nice chain you got right there now.
Hey, brother. Let me tell you.
Hey, we got to hit it. Hey,
you got that real Rick Ross money over there now. Hold on now.
What we doing? We talking about rolling tray.
He's serious about the rolling tray. He is serious about the rolling tray.
But and you say you want how many shot glasses? 15.
He said rolling tray.
Yeah, bro. He said he want a rolling tray. So you want a DSL rolling tray, huh? I got
what up, Gerald? Gerald in the chat. What up, Gerald? What's going on?
Bro, the chat was moving so quick. I
just saw.
Hey, I do want to say this too, man. The chat on YouTube is off the chain, man. So y'all on Facebook, man.
Dan's got a good idea.
What's that? Phone cases.
Oh, that'd be clutch.
Yeah, but y'all on Facebook, man. Migrate over to YouTube and get in the chat, man. This chat going crazy over here. But yeah, phone cases.
Look, don't let me put. Let me
go chef again.
They go chef again.
Hey, supply and demand. Supply and demand. Now the demand is there.
Damon, that's my boy.
We had a whole show about Chef in here talking about the products he was shipping on, and we all like, what we need some seasoning. We like to grill too. You know what I'm saying?
First of all,
it's all about who you know. It's all about who you know.
My boy, Chef Adrian Terry. Hey, like I told y'all before, I use it on the Blackstone with the smash burgers and the Philly cheesesteaks and all that kind of stuff like that. That's just what we do.
Light work.
We got to talk about this. We got to bring the smash burgers up
again.
You got to bring them up in our face, huh?
All y'all got ground beef at your house.
we don't all have the same cooking equipment.
Hey, Dave, do you have a Blackstone?
I don't have Blackstone. You have a Blackstone, Ben?
Damien, do you have a Blackstone?
I ain't got that money
I don't
yet.
have one either. You know what I'm saying? And Tuck, do you have a Blackstone?
I don't.
It ain't tricking if you got it, dog. It ain't tricking if you got it, dog.
Especially they come with a new line with me. Especially they come with a new line. I'll give a free. So you gonna use us because Dad's worth.
If y'all don't know, man, shout out to my boy Daz, man. Daz works over for y'all that's in Birmingham. He works over at the AT&T store on Lakeshore. Man, go see my folks, man. He might have a free DSF case over there, man. You never know. I don't know. He don't have it right now, but just go talk to Daz.
Yeah, go support our boy Daz, man. Over there, y'all need some work. AT&T, go holler at my boy, man. Where y'all at the side of town? Go wherever. Let us know. Type it in the chat. Go see him.
Man, how about I hate to change the subject. I was looking, just going back over the college football playoff rankings, and number 11 is Ole Miss. Y'all talked about what happened Saturday.
Which part?
Yeah, all of it. Just the fact Jimbo is out here getting that ass whooping Lane, letting them know, dog. Letting them know. I love it. I absolutely love it. And Cole was just milking it. Cole was just sitting there like, go ahead, dog. Say what you want. Go ahead. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say.
You can't be putting your radio secrets out on there.
I love it.
Look, we done talked about D. We done talked about that Jimbo offense, and we gonna keep saying it every other week. If that man don't get no offensive coordinator, he is doomed.
He gonna be the richest non-coaching. He gonna be the richest non-head coach out there because he gonna be out the door. Out the door.
We do need to talk about that from the weekend and the incident from Michigan and Michigan State where we pressing charges.
First off, go.
You got that. You got your issue on y'all.
I ain't gonna cut y'all down. Go ahead.
No. I'm fine. No. Please talk about it.
Okay. So the game is over, right? So the game is over.
Game over.
You know, my team out here still on the field, just kind of shaking hands, whatever they doing. And I see Michigan State going through the tunnel. My team back here. I don't know what it was I needed in the locker room that was so important. I couldn't wait. I just had to go ahead and just run through Michigan State. I mean, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
I just need somebody to help me, bro.
What were you thinking? Like you was so. I'm all about being one. I'm all about being one man, one band. I'm all about that. But brother, you ran up and you was dolo. I didn't see another Michigan jersey in sight.
Nowhere.
Was you, and then you got your issue, and they sent you on about your way.
You think you were talking trash though? You think you
like, what are you doing?
Bruh, but it's sad. It's sad because Harbaugh is on it hard. You hear me? Like he's on it like hard. Like he's like with the dude about the assault, and they got lawyers have been taken, and things about to really hit the fan. And Michigan State has suspended some players, some more players. They suspended some players yesterday. Suspended some more players today for suspended indefinitely.
That's bogus, man. My thing is, you can't run up and get your issue and then sit around there and cry about it after.
Exactly, like a hit dog gonna holler. A hit dog gonna holler.
Yeah, you did that to yourself, man. You ran up on them.
Exactly.
Dudes. You did that to yourself. I'm sorry, I cannot co-sign that, man. You ran up on them dudes. They handled you correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
And then here you go crying about suing and bringing in lawyers and mess. Like, come on, bro. What you doing? Nobody
and what's crazy to me is like I'm just thinking about that TikTok video where it's the meter, the F around, and you're gonna find out like he was on 10. Like he was
a classic version of that.
Exactly. Like what result did you think was going to happen?
And you found out.
And you found out. Like, what did you think was going to happen? You going there by yourself, not a teammate. And so I would at least be like, I would have called at least somebody like, hey, bro, y'all come with me. Like, even if they don't throw no punches, I need somebody for moral support.
That important, I need to run and get right in.
I got a question. I got a question, though, seriously.
What's up?
Here's my thing. Speaking of people not hey, waiting for the crew or just running their mouth and doing things they're not supposed to be doing.
What we got?
I'm gonna call Southern to the front, like I called Texas A&M to the front with their Yale crew. I called Texas A&M Yale crew to the front. Just come on to the front. So Southern, I'm gonna need y'all to come on up here to the front and tell me what you thought you was doing by talking mad noise on camera and then going out there trying to yank a man chain off his neck. All these threats, all this stuff is going on. What is the problem? You can't talk what y'all said to Deion, and then you get on the field and you put up a goose egg, bro.
Nothing
in front of everybody.
Nothing
in front of the world.
In front of the world.
Everybody.
I'm talking about and they mamas and daddies. Everybody saw it.
As we say, what we say, Dave. This wasn't a sleepy nooner in Baylor. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't nobody paying no attention to.
All eyes.
Exactly, bro. It's like what we doing here? Like you know, hey, you know what was going on. Y'all got on camera, took turns.
Man, yeah, like they again, you F around, you find out.
You F around and you find out.
And you find out.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm Dad done pulled up Coach.
Oh, they Coach 30, man. Leg full of piss.
What are you doing?
Not really an athlete.
Not really, Coach. I was trying to hype. No, you weren't, man. No, you weren't.
I mean, it's gonna be hard for me, man, because y'all know, like, this weekend is such a big thing. You know, still looking at getting our boys on Golden Boot or a boy from AYS, man, on there for LSU, and then getting Brooks on for Georgia. I want to hear their perspective about it. But this past weekend, man, it was wild. It was really wild, and I don't expect what y'all looking forward to this weekend coming up. Let me just say that
I would love to see LSU with an upset.
Who?
I would love to see it.
Who?
I would love to see them blow their top.
Speaking of the most unsurprising thing,
because I don't expect it to happen. I personally don't expect it to happen. But if it did, it would be very interesting as far as we say, content wise. It would be very, very interesting.
You ain't trying to hit none of it.
I love it. But hey, so what about you, D? I know you got hours upon hours to talk about on the radio next coming days, but who you looking at right now?
Oh, of course, it's UT and Georgia, man. Like I am pretty much, you can call me a Tennessee homer, whatever you want to call it, but I'm rocking with Tennessee. Like they're giving me, and I was hesitant on saying it when the season started, but like once I started hearing people say it with their chest, and it's like, bro, they are giving me 2019 LSU vibes. It doesn't matter what your defense lines up in. They do not give a single damn. They are going to execute, and they're going to execute at the highest of levels. Hendon Hooker, to me, I said it coming into the season, he was my dark horse for Heisman. Now it's his. You can't spell Heisman without an H, and he got two of them up is in his name. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know I'm rocking with Hendon Hooker, rocking with Tennessee. I don't need to wait till Friday to get my picks. I'm letting you know right now. Tennessee is going into Athens, and they are beating Georgia right there in front of your face. And okay, I forgot Georgia's favorite, so I can't take the sauce. Can't take sauce, but Georgia, with the whole chest.
You can take the sauce, but you don't.
Say no more then. Yes, I'm telling you, Tennessee is not playing with nobody. I understand Georgia got the dogs. The defense is great. Like, they're great. But I'm telling you, Rocky Top is about to be played on loop down there at Georgia.
It's 8.5.
Man,
it's down a little bit from what it initially started out last week.
8.5 favorite for who? Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia's an 8.5 point favorite.
Tennessee, I'm telling you, man, Tennessee finna go out, and I think it has a chance. If Georgia does not score touchdowns, if they do like they did when they was messing around with Missouri a couple weeks ago, they do that with Tennessee, they're gonna look up and be down 28.
I'm gonna tell you what we need. A tell Cole to give you that login so we can go on and break down some Tennessee Georgia tape.
Man. Because, bro, I'm telling you, like
8.5 is crazy.
There are so many things that Tennessee does offensively that just I don't understand how people just can't not get excited watching them play. Like, I don't know, like the science behind it, the formations into the boundaries, the way they spread people out from the jump. They are putting you in mismatches. Like like your defense has to tell them what you're going to do, no matter how you slice it up. They will get in the formation, and your defense has to tell them. And once they got you diagnosed, it's June,
bruh. And they did all this without Cedric Tillman.
Come on now,
and he coming back.
Come on now.
Yeah, he came back last week too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
all he got to do is just feel it. Just feel half of what he was before he got hurt. It's over with. Too much.
Now I know we say, Vegas ain't never wrong, but
hold on, Dave. Dave.
Somebody rings. You rang.
It's a comment for you.
Oh yeah, I see it. Ain't gonna come right around to me. Go ahead. Being is on you. Being is on me.
I'm just saying the 8.5. The 8.5 is interesting as hell. Because I'm looking like, what has Georgia? That 8.5 is interesting. I mean, I get the game is in Athens. I understand it, and like we always say, Vegas always knows something about something. So obviously, it's 8.5. They ain't just pull it out their ass. It came from somewhere for them to feel like that. But for me, the way that Tennessee has looked, even if they were to quote unquote lose the game, it ain't gonna be by no damn 8.5 points.
Thank you.
Like that's not gonna happen.
That's deep.
I don't even see a scenario where Georgia's manufactures that.
Dave, how you feel?
Well,
I know you don't want. I know you ain't rolling with the foes of Stetson.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I got a bunch of notes drawn down here, but the one I got circled is Tennessee and Georgia. See, the way I feel about Tennessee, I think you got to be able to get to 50 to beat Tennessee. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Y'all got to keep me up. Y'all got to keep me updated.
And if to get to 50, I think you need a quarterback, right, guys?
You do.
Talk to him.
Because we saw with Bryce. Bryce had to do some Bryce things in that game.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about two quarterbacks. One won the Heisman, and the other was Heisman candidate.
Heisman candidate. That's true.
Yeah. But see, guys, in this game right here, you have a Heisman candidate, and you have somebody that's I put on the same level as Jake Fromm. So, give me. I'm looking.
David, make a pick right now. No, David,
I'll make my pick.
Give me Tennessee
with the sauce.
Dave said, give me Tennessee with the sauce.
But I got three games I really want to see, man, for real. I want to see Tennessee, Georgia, of course. We all want to see Bama LSU, but I'm gonna go down to the SWAC. I want to see, and it's gonna sound like a crazy game that I want to see, but I really want to see Grambling and Pine Bluff. I say that Grambling beat the brakes off Alcorn. I have no idea how they did it.
I mean, the brakes.
I don't think none of us know how they did it, but they put it.
I didn't see that. I'm gonna give you another one now that I want to see. The Golden Boot has got me into the dang on MEAC. I didn't never thought I watched the MEAC. It ain't but 6 teams.
It ain't but 6. I'm saying it ain't but 6 teams.
Right.
But man, listen, I thought Howard was trash, and I thought SMCU was good. It looked like Howard
teams get good.
But I want to see that game. NCCU and Howard this weekend. So those are my 3 top games.
I got you. But y'all know we're gonna come back for some more. Yeah, D. The folks have been asking for us to break it down. They want it broken down like Nick Saban break down clips at the end of the game. That's what they want. They want some of that stuff from them. I told myself, bro, as soon as they give it to her, I said, let me get Cole and Greg on here.
Bro, like I'm telling you, watching Tennessee's offense, bro, it's surgical. Like it is surgical what they do. And it's
so crazy.
Josh Heupel gets it. Like, and I was trying to explain this to people last year, and I couldn't process. I don't know. Like, I understand not everybody's the same, not everybody thinks the same, but I just could not fathom how people could watch Tennessee last year and not think to themselves, like, man, if they mess around here and figure this thing out, they could be unbeatable because this offense ain't gonna stop. They was hitting home runs last year, still trying to figure it out week in and week out. And now, with Hendon Hooker, like I feel as though people just glossed over the fact Hendon Hooker went 31-3 in touchdown to interceptions last year with an offense that they were still trying to figure out. Like this was just made, like this season that they're having offensively was literally in the workings from the time they hired Josh Heupel all the way through.
You know what?
I think people wanted to ignore it. I think people harped on the defense as so much as a problem that they chose to ignore, which was saying what they were building on offense last year. Because even when you come into the predictions from the season, everybody was like, well, Tennessee can do this, they can do this offensively, but the defense is not where it needs to be. It's not up to par, and they're going to stumble against somebody where they're going to need to play defense. Well, the one game that they quote unquote stumbled, I mean, they pulled it off.
Let's talk real ball for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last year Tennessee was number 7 overall in total offense. Okay,
right.
Weaknesses on their defense was, if you think about them the year before, where they was at with their linebacker core, where they was at their D line. A lot of people transferred. A lot of people freaked out about Josh Heupel. He brought a lot of people in, changed it up. The D is the most improved part. People talk about the offense so much. The D is the most improved part of what's going on. Tennessee with the it's the sideline to sideline that they lose, and they put you in a mismatch to where, of course, you need an athletic safety / linebacker to really slow down Tennessee. You got to be good on the corners. You got to be good in whatever coverage you're playing, whether it's cover 2, whatever it is, what you're doing. But that safety, that linebacker, it can't be a traditional guy like in the middle. It's got to be somebody that can be like a hybrid.
Yep.
And if you ain't got guys that can't cover, they're going to find that matchup and they're going to eat you alive every time.
This may sound crazy. When I say this, but to be honest, I think a lot of people need to thank Kevin Steele back in 2019 against that LSU offense when they held them to the lowest point scorer, their lowest point total the entire season.
Yeah.
Because they revolutionized how they had to go even more. They had to go bigger than a dime package, because they basically told you middle linebacker, like, hey man, you literally have A gap to A gap, and you just gonna have to play ball. Like, you are gonna be in space in the box pretty much by yourself. And literally the three down linemen, they were playing to just maintain the line of scrimmage. They weren't looking to penetrate, because that's when you start leaking out and leaving your guys back in the coverage just pretty much by themselves. So if you don't play Tennessee in a very similar way and you want to go man, Josh Heupel is going to diagram the piss out of you. Like, he is about to dial it up. And the way that he uses motions, the way they use their vertical rules, like a lot of times they're running basic concepts. It's just the fact that instead of the outside guy running the deep go or the deep comeback, they'll have it running from the guy moving in motion, coming into the slot, set him up, and then the outside guy hitting up the post. And it's like defenses don't know how to do it, because if some defensive backs were taught to pass it off. Hence why Alabama was getting exposed, because they were passing certain things off. Once number 2 went vertical, they're looking like, oh, snap. Number 2 stopped, but number 1 kept going vertical. It's like, oh, man, now Hellam's back there getting cooked. Jalen Hyatt wide open. So, like, the way that they do it is just insane. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. And the way Hendon Hooker plays is like he's in control the entire ride. He is in control for everything, the order of operation, watching everything come into his own. He's taking shots when he needs to. If not, he doesn't mind looking across the middle, reading it how it's supposed to be. And that's what separates Tennessee's offense from everybody else. Like, they're not just executing at a high level. They're like decisive and meticulous with it. They're like, wait a minute, there's going to be a play on like the 3rd down. If we get them in 3rd and short, boom, they bust you up over the top for 50 yards. Like, they really take it like it's a science in which they do it. And it's, oh my God, it's beautiful to see.
It's a big thing. And Dave, I want you to end up on that part of it. Like, it's a big thing with the fact that we're talking about football. And a lot of people know designs, but they don't really know what all goes into actually being that dude or that person when it comes to offense. They don't know how certain routes work together. They don't know
when I do this, it's gonna do this, right?
Right. They don't understand what that really do. They just see the play, they see the ball leave, and that's all they see. They don't see the adjustments, they don't see everything that goes along with the play, man. That's just they and that's crazy that your number 1 receiver, supposed to be your best receiver, ain't even really been there through this whole thing. And Brew McCoy is just now coming to his own, Mr. 5-star himself, Mr. That's what I'm saying. What you think, Dave?
I mean, a lot of people, what coaches look at, they're always trying to identify mismatches. You know what I'm saying? That's the big thing.
One.
Where can we take advantage of this team at? And you're gonna have different route concepts, different things like that to expose those weaknesses. Some coaches kind of what a lot of coaches do, they'll run plays to set up other plays. Good coaches do. And then you have some coaches that kind of get caught up in the big play. Which sometimes, I have a theory, kind of like it's easy, like I would say, it's easy to shoot threes when I'm up 20. What can you do when I'm down 10? Can you make it on down 10? So when that long ball is working, you know what I'm saying, it looks phenomenal. And I guess that's one thing that scares me about Tennessee when it's clicking. It's looking good. But what can you do when it's not really clicking, when you really have to sustain a drive and things like that? So I don't think they would have a problem, but that's just kind of,
because that run game sets up everything.
Mm-hmm.
Their run game sets up everything with their passing. That in that line, how they've been performing, that's the most surprising part about Tennessee. It's not really the offense; it's how that line has been protecting Hooker.
That was
unsung heroes
thing for me in the Bama game was the way the offensive line was able to, hold their own. I think that was more impressive than anything else that I saw in the game, because they gave Hooker time.
Yes,
yeah, he had time.
Go back and look at Tennessee. Go back and look at Tennessee's actual rushing stats and what they do and how they set everything else up, because they and a lot of people don't know, like Hyper wants to pound a little bit. He wants to pound a little bit with small. He wants to do it, but it's because of the thing that gets the most look or the most prestige is the pass to Jalen Hyatt, or going low, or going deep, all that kind of stuff. But really, if you know football, if you can actually establish the run, then that opens up everything else that they got. That opens up everything else they got. When they can't establish the run, they're not the same team. They can't. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm just talking about what they talk. And ain't nobody said they're the greatest offense of all time. Calm down.
No. It's not. No. It's been in the chat. They've been going back.
I'm talking about Ant.
That's why Ant said that, because it's been going. They've been talking about it in the chat, like Dave said.
Yeah. It's too much season left. It's too much season given like that.
No, we can't. We cannot wait. I'm not waiting. I'm going. I'm not waiting. I reserve that right to be wrong. If I'm wrong,
hey, they just hung a 50 burger on Alabama the first time in over 100 years.
It's a lot. It's a lot to that. Like, it really is. It really is. But I just think, number one, let's get to Georgia first, and let's see how they go.
And like, look, can they close the deal first before we even go there?
And that's the thing too. Like, I will say this. I've kept it pretty professional for the most part of my radio career, just trying to keep it on the straight and narrow. If Tennessee mess around here and beat Georgia, it's gonna get a little. My chest gonna be a little bit.
Well,
up at 6 in the morning. Like,
I'm gonna say 6 in the morning before everybody.
It's gonna be real entertaining.
I'm setting my alarm at 5:15
because, like, to me, because people just want to, like, I've learned this, like, they will damn near beat your face in when you're wrong.
Of course.
But by God, if I say one thing that's right, all of a sudden, you think you know it all. Nah, I kind of know a little bit, but just keep that same energy when I'm right too. Like, if y'all gonna sit here and bash me, I had a dude. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. I had a dude slide in my DMs the other day. Pause. But he was talking noise on Twitter. Like, he was talking it under one of my posts, and I was like, he messaged me personally and was like, "Hey man, sorry, I got all riled up and stuff." I was holding straight up. I was like, "Bro, I'm from Maplesville, Alabama. First off, Twitter ain't real. Like, I ain't gonna take it deep." But I was like, "Bro, you got if you gonna keep that energy out for the public to see, then I need that apology to be where the public can see too. Like, I need that. I need that same energy." And I was like, I could care less how old you are. Like, you could be older than me, but one thing I'll never tolerate is disrespect. So it's like, hey, bro, keep that same energy when I need my flowers. Like, when I need my flowers. So I'll just leave it at that. But I'm telling you right now, Tennessee beat Georgia. It is on and popping. Tennessee won't lose another game.
Oh Lord. I look. We get into the meat of the season, man. That's what we doing. Y'all see what's up there, Dave.
Yo. What we got?
Let me know what your final thoughts are.
My final thoughts are after this weekend, the world will know what I already know. Two things. Okay. Kirby Smart cannot choose the right quarterback.
Oh, there we go with this again.
Oh, yeah, I'm going there. God dang it, I'm going there.
Here we go. Take it to him, Tate.
And number two, Stetson was who the world thought he was.
Hey, D, didn't you just say you waiting on somebody? You
not gonna let him off the hook.
Didn't you just say you gave that? They've been waiting. He been waiting ever since last year to not say nothing about Stetson.
Was Stetson blow this week? This is it.
It's over with.
It's over with.
If Stetson with the folks.
If he blow this week,
go up, baby. Go up, baby. Go up, baby.
He'll be looking like this.
It might even be a short. They might surprise him to go live. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Ben. Look, man. Can I get an unofficial T-shirt press this weekend?
I want. Wait a minute. What does your T-shirt gonna say?
I just want the phones going down like this. All
I'm looking through it. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at the print shop. You know what I'm talking about,
sir? If it's not, like you tell me, an official DSF material.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. But no, if y'all want some more shirts, then hey, you should just go to the store once again.
There you go.
DSLpodcast.com. If you click on some of this stuff, man, we got plenty of colors. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube, man. Make sure you're doing all that kind of good stuff. Hey, DSLpodcast.com under merchandise, and you'll see it. But yeah, Dave, you killing me, man. I don't know if there's gonna be an after dark. I'm gonna be out of the state, so yeah, because I'm already gonna miss the Bama LSU game.
I mean, you know,
I definitely feel like an after dark is coming for Saturday night.
I don't want to get put out of nobody's hotel.
I feel one coming. It's a lot going on Saturday night.
I will get to watch the Georgia-Tennessee game, but I will not be able to watch the Bama LSU game.
That's all you need to see. And boy, when I tell you gonna see it, you're gonna see it.
You're gonna see it.
y'all own one, but y'all own one. I can't wait. But we look, man. Look, we're gonna let the people go, man. Let's let the people get up out of here, man. We appreciate Damien. Tell them where they can find you at, bro.
Y'all can follow me on Twitter at RunDM6, Instagram Damian.Mitchell6, and you can wake your ass up at 6 in the morning for the morning jocks with me and Landry Robertson from 7 to 10 on Macaron Cubic in the morning with G-Mac and Cole. Man, all I just do is talk ball in the mornings.
The best ball talk.
That's it. It's all straight, no chase.
I feel like I'll be watching like how I watch Ryan Clark and Dan Orlowski break down on NFL Live. Boy, the energy that they have when they be breaking down the tape.
Oh man.
Boy, Ryan told me, so you got to stand right there. You got to stand right there. I said, oh boy, the energy that they have on that's the energy that Cole and G-Mac be bringing, bro, for real. But we appreciate you, man. And I need to go download for my appearance on
Josh Game Day. Yeah.
I
gotta make sure I send you that. I gotta make sure I send you that link.
Yes, sir.
DSF was in the building, man. We represented.
That was fun.
We appreciate y'all, man. Hey, we was on the L Saturday, but y'all don't get that kind of stuff. But that's how we do it. We was on that.
I was supposed to be there when I was accompanied by my wife, and so you already know how that went.
Yeah, we got up. Ben was a little late just because he had some family stuff that dealing with his son, soccer game and stuff like that on Saturday. Damien and was right there,
and we all running back to the class had to walk.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and announce live on the air that Ben has a fine for this weekend.
Fine what? I got excellent footage.
Hey, so they gonna announce it so that he can't act up in front of public. I like that.
Right. So you say you don't act up in front of company. So here we go. I've been holding it. So
been holding it.
True or false?
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Did you wear a Power 5 t-shirt to a sweat game?
And I whoop.
But no. I said true or false. Was it true or false?
It was a Birmingham brand. Shout out to Third Terry Lawson. It was a customized FSU shirt from a Birmingham native.
Did he go to Edinburgh State?
It was a customized shirt. It was Birmingham official apparel.
First of all, guys, let me go ahead and mute Ben. This is what you don't do. You're not gonna come to a SWAC game, not an Alabama A&M game with a Florida State shirt on.
It was Birmingham custom. It was made in Birmingham.
I don't care if Rome made it. You don't come. And so I'm doing this in front of the world. So world, y'all know why Ben has a fine. I was screenshot the Cash App on the DSL page when it's fine is paid. So Ben, I'd like to thank you for your donation to the show. We'll be sure to buy some shot glasses and a whole lot of cool stuff. But no,
your shot glasses are coming.
Oh me. Well, I will be purchasing my all black shirt this week. So you know what I'm saying? That's gonna encompass part of my fine.
All right, good.
No,
we appreciate
it. What are we talking about?
Oh boy.
I want my stuff in a jar. I go off to the bank and be like, huh?
Oh man, y'all crazy.
I don't want no merchandise.
Merchandise
that you can go and burn that anyway.
Hey, man, what Randy Moss say? Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie.
We was on there. Somebody said when we was on there Saturday on Jock's game day.
Was 11 o'clock hour.
11 o'clock hour, man. We talked some classic little SEC, HBCU, Power 5, all that kind of stuff. Just for a few minutes, man. Out there kicking it with Damon, man. Trying to act like we radio people.
Hey man, it was fun. I enjoyed every second of it too, man. Shoot, just to be out there chilling with y'all, walking around, just enjoying Magic City Classic. Man, getting free liquor. I mean, it's
liquor,
food. They straight up told. They're like, "Hey, man," I was like, all right, say no more then.
I wish Dave could have came on over there because Damien really, that was kind of like his like first time as a grown up really being there. So
yeah,
he got them smells, Dave.
Damon, I really wish I could have, man, because I really showed you a good time, man. I didn't.
I know
didn't make it, man, but
hey, it's all good. There's always next year.
Well, we had a good ball, but Damien didn't. Hey, Damien, let me tell you something. He could get it everywhere he wanted to go because
with no problem.
All he had because he had that Jocks with that Nike swoosh on there.
It was official.
They had no question.
At the Alabama Power tent, the cops was like, "Oh yeah, you got to go the other way." Damon went that way. They was like, "Oh, come on in."
Yeah.
It's all about who you know, man. Shaking hands, just politicking. Hey, how y'all doing? Good to see you.
Shaking hands, kissing babies, man.
That's it, man. That's it, man.
Anyway, man, let's go and get up out this thing, man. We'll see y'all next time, man. Nothing else. We'll definitely see y'all Thursday. Hopefully we can get some more interviews up. And look, we popped up about 5 or 6 some stuff from the SWAC today, from the SWAC media stuff with Coach Robinson celebrating the win. Coach Maynard, we got Prime on there. What he said about some of that stuff. Of course, you saw the video today with him telling his players that they ain't going nowhere in Houston.
That's it.
So it's like, yeah, right on time. So it's like, make sure you go check that out, man. We got a video that we did last night with our boy Duke the Scoop, Philip Dukes, from AuburnUndercover.com, 24/7 Sports. With him, he's an insider with Auburn, man. Really good friend of the show, man. Really good friend of ours, man. We talk a little bit about Harsin, the fire, and we talk more about the AD that got hired and what's next. All that kind of stuff that we hit on last night. But hey, go check it out, man. The YouTube channel, it's banging as usual. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, but it's banging just like that.
Anyway,
it's how hard it's banging.
Anyway, man, tell a friend, man. Y'all get on that YouTube, man, and just continue to comment, man. We appreciate everybody that was on it tonight. If it's something we didn't get to, just leave a comment. We will. If that's it, if nothing else, we about this thing, man.
Y'all on Thursday,
Appreciate y'all.
Thursday. Preach, man.